think pushing the little guy out is kind of the wrong way to look at it. I understand why people would look at it, but it's scarcity mentality. How many people who donated to Veronica Mars knew that Kickstarter existed at all before Veronica Mars? How many more people now know about Kickstarter because of Veronica Mars? That audience, I don't think, this idea of almost the patron of indie whatever, dance, music, film, books, that donates to people, who likes to be part of projects, who likes to watch creative things happen for very small amounts of money or large amounts of money, that just magically does stuff. I think it's scarcity mentality. I think it's like, oh, that money is now taken away from indie film? No. That money was never headed to indie film ever. Ever. Veronica Mars? Owned by Warner Brothers? Calm the fuck down. All it's doing is bringing all those fans, got on it, and then all the people, some guy donated 10 grand because he wants to be on the show, he's got to walk on. That's a different game. That's a networking, and again, it goes back to how long is a Veronica Mars audience built? It's just like Kevin Smith's audience, Edward Burns' audience. They got to build an audience with the old model, with a giant factory that coughed up their stories. Now, Edward Burns and Kevin Smith are doing much more actual indie stuff than they have in the recent past. But with Veronica Mars, it was never that audience built because it was a TV show. It got canceled. People kept watching the repeats. The owners talked to Warner, or the director, creator talked to Warner Brothers and said, "If we can show interest, will you jump on this?" And they said yes, and it worked, and it became viral. It was a buzz thing. Now, is it going, I think that David Lynch and Mark Frost could look at the Twin Peaks audience that's been building for almost 25 years and say, I bet there's a lot of money out there that would pay to see more of this story. I would. I'd like to see more of the story, and I think that's what the way I look at all of this. If the people who make Veronica Mars, however it works with Warner Brothers or all the rest of it, I think it's a firewalled situation. It's a one-off. It's something that it will happen again, but I don't think it takes away from the people, because the people who normally donate on Kickstarter did not donate to Veronica Mars. That's my guess. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my guess. But that network was built and it was huge, so when they showed up, it spiked. It spread quickly. When you're independent, when you first start, you have a tiny little audience. You're only one person. Maybe there's a few cast members tweeting and on Facebook. How many people can you reach? It's like there's a whole Dungeons and Dragons world, WonderCon, Comic-Con. There's music that none of us know about, that the bands are making a living, they pay their mortgage. We don't know. They exist. And they have these huge fan bases that have nothing to do with mainstream media, they have nothing to do with radio, they have nothing to do with any of that, but they make music, they tour, they do their stuff, and that's what this is. There's room for all of us. We just need to stop thinking like, where's my $1 million check? The lottery's over, kids. The Industrial Revolution ended, so now it's time for us, the storytellers, to not fuck ourselves and to not get into this, oh my God, Veronica Mars is taking all our money. Shut up, just relax. They're not, it's not. Just how many people do you know? How much money do you want to raise? Do you think that all those people that you know can give you that much amount of money? They knew they could get $2 million from their giant audience.